Have you ever tried a egg strata? Guess what? I have a keto egg strata for you that you're going to absolutely love, and it's perfect for the holiday season. Welcome to the Keto Baking Mechanic, where we create, tweak, and enhance keto and low-carb breads and baked goods, including authentic keto and low-carb sourdough. Hi, I'm Sherry Mack. You'll always get the recipe link in the description. Be sure to like the recipe. Don't forget to subscribe, and make sure that you hit that notification bell so you can be informed when I have other videos coming down the pike. This strata recipe is so easy, but the key is that you use the recipe for the keto sourdough milk bread because it's so low in net carbs, easy to make. It's got the traditional texture of soft and squishy, which is perfect for a strata. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spray the inside of your baking dish with avocado spray and then set this aside. Next, we're going to slice 12 slices of our keto sourdough milk bread. First of all, that way you can count your net carbs. Each slice is worth 2.3 net carbs, but also it adds a really nice crust to the strata. Okay, a couple of things about the recipe. First of all, this recipe uses bread. In traditional strata, it uses bread as well, but it's high carb, high glycemic. This version uses your keto sourdough milk bread, and there's a link to that recipe in the descriptions. That's the first thing. The second thing is you're also going to be using milk. So I suggest Fairlife because it's super low in carbs. It's only 6 net carbs, 6 grams of sugar per cup. Now you can substitute that with almond milk or coconut milk, but it just doesn't have the same flavor as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a big fan of these alternate milks. I'd rather just have a real milk with lower carbs. So those are the two things. And the rest of the recipe is easy peasy. Okay, the next stage is we're going to add our guacamole. You could do it fresh. You could buy it already prepared. And we're going to add that to the top of the bread and just spread it out. Now, we're not going to add salsa to your strata because you're going to serve it with fresh salsa or store-bought, whatever's best, whatever you can get that's low in carbs. We don't add it here because salsa tends to be higher in carbs because of the tomatoes, so you may want to add just a little bit or a lot, whatever suits your fancy and your diet or lifestyle. We're going to add our variety of vegetables, whatever veggies you like. This is a whole red pepper, half of a sweet onion. My mom used to add onions. She didn't add the guacamole. She was a super taster, so she would do a very plain version with peppers, onions, and mushrooms. That was really her favorite, but I'm a non-taster, so I'm spicing it up with a Mexican version. So you just spread your veggies across. Strata means layered, so we're layering all the different items. Okay. Okay, next we're going to add our 12 eggs to your blender. Okay, next we're going to add our seasonings. You can do whatever seasonings you like. It could be a mixture of chili powder, ancho chili powder, salt, pepper. What I have here is onion powder, garlic powder, and also instead of chili powder, I'm using curry because my husband loves curry. So this is kind of like a Mexican Indian fusion dish. You could do whatever you like. You want to add that into the eggs as well. And we're going to beat these up. Okay. Move this aside. And we're going to just pour the egg mixture over top of the rest of our mixture. Next, we're going to add 2 cups of our milk. You could use the whole, the Fairlife whole or skim milk, whatever you prefer. The carbs are the same. It's just the fat and the calories are a little bit different. So we're just going to pour this over top. 2 cups of our milk. 2 whole cups of milk over top of this beautiful strata. The recipe calls for 2 cups of shredded cheese. I'm using a double cheddar, a white cheddar, and an orange cheddar, but I'm going to show you what 2 cups looks like. You can shred the cheese yourself. So that's about a cup, and I'll show you what that looks like. Now, if you're a super taster, you could go with a mozzarella or a Gruyere, whatever you like. I like the cheddar, and I like strong cheddar. So this is strong cheddar. That's 1 cup. This is about 2 cups of the cheddar. And if you're a super taster or medium super, this is probably enough cheese for you. But since cheese is allowed on keto and we're already on the super low end of the carbs and glycemic index of this baby, I'm doing it in the non-taster way. I'm adding lots of cheese on top because I'm going to enjoy 1 slice and get my macros in. So this is probably 4 cups altogether of the shredded cheese. I'm going to put 2 to 4 cups in the recipe. You're going to do whatever your palate tells you to do. You do not need to add salt to the eggs because the cheese already has salt. When they make cheese, it's salt is added to the milk when the curds and whey, they split. Salt is added to stop the fermentation so the cheese is not too acidic. So you don't need to have sodium in this. There's enough sodium in the cheese. If you're buying guacamole, there's already sodium in the guacamole, and we're going to also have sodium in the salsa. So you do not need to add extra salt. It's not necessary. So I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap, and it's going in the fridge for 24 hours. And then tomorrow when I bake it, I'm going to pretend it's Christmas morning. This video is brought to you by Sinless Sourdough, where ancient art meets low-carb science. Hi, I'm Sherry Mack, and I'm the creator of Sinless Sourdough. At Sinless, we create a line of keto, low-carb, dehydrated sourdough starters. When you purchase a starter, you get a starter guide that teaches you how to bring your starter to life, as well as a plethora of keto, low-carb, sourdough discard recipes. I feature those recipes on the channel, and you also get them when you purchase the starter. But the real value is with the Sinless Sourdough membership. With the membership, you learn how to bake 3 different styles of keto and low-carb breads and baked goods that undergo further fermentation. That's why there's video trainings to teach you how to do this. And it's that fermentation of the lactobacillus cultures and the wild yeast in the dough that give the resulting breads and baked goods all the health benefits that science talks about. But you need a membership for that, because baking authentic keto low-carb sourdough with Further fermentation is a journey, and you're part of the baking community with lots of free cookbooks. You could ask me as many questions as you like along your journey. You get to share your journey with other people, and you're part of this little sourdough family. I just spit. Oh my goodness. That's it. Okay, so this is ready for the oven. It's been sitting for 24 hours. Just get this plastic off. And you're going to see how it has all soaked again. See, it's stiff now, where it was liquidy when we first put it together because of the milk. Now look at it's all been absorbed into your sourdough at the bottom, which creates a crust. This is so exciting. I can't wait till you try this. And here you have it, a delicious strata using keto sourdough milk bread.